the weight of words. The workshop fell silent, except for the steady tick of the grandfather clock in the corner. Mr. Anderson set down his chisel and looked across the workbench at his 17-year-old son, Elijah, who was fumbling with a piece of oak, frustration written across his young face. "You're forcing it again," Mr. Anderson said quietly. Elijah's jaw tightened. "I'm doing exactly what you showed me." "No, son, you're doing what you think I showed you." The piece of wood clattered to the floor as Elijah threw his hands up. "There it is again. Everything I do is wrong, isn't it? Just say it clearly for once, instead of speaking in riddles." Mr. Anderson felt the familiar knot form in his chest, the same one that appeared every time they had these moments. He'd been having them more frequently lately, these misunderstandings that seemed to multiply like sawdust. "Elijah, sit down." "I don't want to sit, please." Something in his father's tone made Elijah pause. Mr. Anderson pulled up a stool across from his son, his weathered hands folded. "I've been thinking about your college applications," Mr. Anderson began. "About that engineering program at State." Elijah's shoulders tensed. "What about it? I know you think I don't support it, don't you?" The question came out sharper than Elijah intended. "Every time I mention it, you change the subject or start talking about the family business, about tradition, about how Grandpa would have wanted." "Stop." Mr. Anderson held up his hand. "Just stop for a minute and listen. Really listen." Elijah fell silent, though his foot tapped impatiently against the workshop floor. Mr. Anderson took a deep breath. "When I was your age, I wanted to be a teacher. Did you know that?" Elijah's eyebrows shot up. "What? English literature? I loved books, loved the way words could build entire worlds." He gestured around the workshop. "But my father needed help with the business. Money was tight, so I put aside my books and picked up these tools. Dad, I didn't know. I'm not finished." Mr. Anderson's voice was gentle but firm. "I learned to love this work. I really did. There's something beautiful about creating something lasting with your hands." "But Elijah," he leaned forward, "when I see you in here, struggling with the wood, getting frustrated bits, because this isn't your passion, and I've been too afraid to say what I really think." Elijah stared at his father, speechless. "I think you should pursue engineering. I think you should go to State. I think you should build bridges and design buildings and create things that will outlast both of us." "Then why?" Elijah's voice cracked slightly. "Why have you been so distant about it? Why do you always seem disappointed when I talk about leaving?" Mr. Anderson was quiet for a long moment, running his thumb along a piece of sandpaper. "Because I'm scared," he admitted. "Not of you leaving being scared of how proud I am of you. I'm scared that if I show you how excited I am about your future, you'll think I'm trying to push you away from here, from me, Dad, ... And I'm scared that I did something wrong. That all these years of trying to teach you about tradition and family made you think I don't believe in your dreams." Elijah felt tears prick at his eyes. I thought you saw me as a failure, like I was disappointing Grandpa's memory or something." Mr. Anderson stood up and walked around the workbench. He placed his hands on Elijah's shoulders. "Son, your grandfather would be so proud of you. He'd probably bore every customer in the shop talking about his grandson, the engineer, just like I'm going to do." For the first time in months, Elijah smiled, really smiled. "You mean that? Every word?" Mr. Anderson pulled his son into a hug. "I'm sorry I wasn't clearer. I'm sorry I made you guess what I was thinking instead of just telling you." "I'm sorry too," Elijah murmured. "I should have asked instead of assuming." "Be patient, son. Life is about growth. understanding, and being an individual. This is Life Skills, TTP, with Mr. Anderson and his son. Enjoy your day.